Hi there, Pisces. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Welcome to December. We're already here, like we were already in November last time. What can I say? The strong, the strength, the power, the emotional spirit, the tenacity, the ability to withstand. It definitely is reflected in where we are right now. So I appreciate your energy, Pisces, and I appreciate what you may have been feeling and sensing and experiencing throughout this process. It has been a challenge for everybody, but the challenge is soon to be overcome. I really do believe that. So, this is your reading for December. I'm going to share with you the decks that I will be reading from. The first one is the Wild Kuan Yin. This is Alana Fairchild with the artist Wang Yi Guang. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but I really love this art, and it is one of the features in the art of the deck. So if you want to check out the entire deck, all of the images in this deck, they are wonderful. Then look at the art of the deck, same on this channel. But I'll be pulling one card from this deck. And then I'm returning to the Spirit Animal Oracle to look at the animal spirits that are influencing us, that are paying attention to us. Last month, we looked at the people coming toward us through the animal spirits. This time, I'm going to open it up a little bit more, and we're going to see just what kind of energies we need to be paying attention to in the month of December for Pisces. And then finally, I'm going to be reading from the Revelations Tarot. This is Zach Wong's work, and I really enjoy. This is a very fun deck because when they're in reverse, there's a different image there. So I really like that feature on there, and they are a joy to read from. So I am going to have Revelations Tarot do your detailing for the month of December. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting with the Wild Kuan Yin. I always enjoy reading from this one because it's always an emotional, heartfelt message that comes from this deck. There's plenty of times that I've pulled from this deck for myself, and it's brought me to tears, the message that comes through to it. So it's one of my tried and true decks. It's one that I don't pull out very often, but when I do, I think it's at the times that it feels most important to go in and to self-reflect, and also to connect to our love space and to our compassionate side. So I felt like it might be a good time for that. All right, so we're looking at Pisces. We need a message for Pisces. Great. Thank you. Message for Pisces for December. I'm going to get the book out here. I'm a little less organized than I want to be up here. All right, so this is, again, just such beautiful images here. I see the duality here, and I see the bridge between the two. I'm seeing the balance of the bounty and of the wealth, or the abundance, or the cornucopia, or whatever's coming. It's being able to balance it well, and being able possibly even to share that with some other, a significant other. This card comes in with the number 28. 8 breaks down to a 10 and then to a 1. So there may be some sense, Pisces, of starting fresh, starting over, or even discovering a new balance in your life. It says, Sisters of the Spring Swallow, good fortune is granted. So that sounds like good news. Let's go to the text and see what the text has to share with us about this message. It says, it is time for new light and new life to flourish. Springtime is upon you now. This is a sign of hope, new life, and fresh starts. What has been cut back is now going to spring forth into life. As you move into the springtime of your soul, there shall be much joy, energy, and life returning to you. So right here in the middle of winter, you are actually getting some spring, the energy of spring. So you will be feeling springtime, and that while other people are kind of going dormant is what I'm seeing. The appearance of the swallow in China is often referred to in poetry as a sign of imminent spring, a time of growth, abundance, and life, especially beloved after a long, hard winter. Whatever happens to have been dwindling or not really going anywhere is about to get an injection of life force. Recovery, a boost and flurry of unexpected sudden activity, or a surge of new life are all signs of the soul moving into springtime. This is miraculous but not inexplicable. It is natural. It is the life cycle of your soul growth. Don't try to prolong something that needs to end, and don't become impatient with what is just now becoming. Simply enjoy what is. You have worked hard to get where you are. Just enjoy it for a while. In time, you shall see the next steps to take and even understand more of why things have unfolded in the way that they have. For now, trust yourself and enjoy the opening up that is happening for you. So that's a great message for you for December. It sounds like things are finally panning out for you, Pisces. I have really had you all in my spirit and on my mind because I feel like I've really followed your journey a little bit. Not a little bit, maybe more than I even thought that I did. And so it seems like it's definite. I feel like it's been at least 6 months or more. And that's a long time to be going through some emotional up and down. But I think that this is the ceiling. I think this is the ending of it. And I'm very, very happy for you. Very happy for you. All right, so we're moving right along to the spirit animals now. I'm just going to shuffle these a bit so that we can get down to the business of the animal spirits. And again, this is not just the people that are around you or that may be coming around you like we did last month. I want to open it up a little bit more and just see what animal spirit energies come up, and if they come up as people or if they come up as energy that you need to embody, Pisces, for the month of December, or if it's just what it is. All right, so we've got an eagle spirit here. 23 breaks down to a 5. This represents an element of change. So either the eagle people are coming into your life to change the dynamic in your life, or to lead you down a different road or a different path, or it could be also your eagle spirit energy coming up in you that's causing the change to happen. The card said spirit has your back. That's for sure. We know spirit does have your back. But the eagle spirit is, it's an animal that sits very, very high. It nests very high, which for me indicates that it sits in a position of vision, where where things are not just right here in front of your face, but that you can really see the much bigger picture. And then it also implies leadership, because when you see the bigger picture and all of the working parts, then you can guide it, you can direct it, you can make suggestions for better processes, or for better movement, or for more efficient interaction, for better communication. It can go most anywhere, but it does represent change or some adjustment or some shift in consciousness. And I think it may be a shift in your own consciousness. Some of you might be feeling like you want to be a leader, like you may start to see your leadership come out, whereas in before you weren't feeling that way. You might have been feeling like the mouse and not the eagle, right? So this is a shift. I feel like this is energy that you're coming out of, Pisces. This is, instead of, like I'm saying before, this card says tending to the small things. I think you may have been attending to some small things, and now that those small things, you've gotten rid of it, or it's no longer of consequence to you, or you don't need to be bothered with it anymore, then now all of a sudden you can give rise to a whole nother way of seeing things, to a whole different perspective of life. This is a way different perspective than this perspective. This is prey perspective. This is predator perspective. And predator, I don't mean that negatively, because we associate predators with bad. But what it means is that you're at the top of the food chain and not at the bottom of the food chain, as far as your emotional survival, as far as your physical survival, and your mental survival. You don't want to be the one getting hunted. You want to be the one hunting. You want to be on the other side of that. All right, one more for Pisces. One more animal spirit for Pisces to guide the way for December. Oh, wow, you got the whale spirit too. So the whale spirit, I really love this card. I mentioned this before because it connects to the mother deities, and it connects to the spirit of the ocean, and more specifically, the mother spirit of the ocean, which is the spirit that gives. It's the spirit that nurtures. It's the spirit that nourishes. It is a energy of depth of emotion, and depth of the gift of emotion. And so I really, this could be somebody who's around you. It could be a mother spirit around you. It could be your mother, or somebody who plays a motherly role in your life. And I think that you being with that person, Pisces, because you are a water spirit, you being with that person really makes you feel at peace. So I think you need to get around people who are mothering, and they can be male or female. Mothering energy, nurturing energy does not just have to come from a woman. It can come from a woman. It can come from a man. It doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy that you're talking about. And different people have ways of nurturing each other differently, and you'll know the nurture that you need because you're going to feel at peace and comforted. You're gonna, these are the places that you go when you sleep well, and you feel refreshed when you leave, and that kind of thing, well fed, and that kind of energy. So there you have it. Eagle spirit, mouse spirit, whale spirit. But I do feel this mouse spirit is your energy, and it's shifting into the eagle spirit energy. So, and it's an interesting dynamic there, because the eagle does eat mice. So it's almost like your star power energy taking over that little small diminutive energy, consuming it so that it can give rise to that power that's in you. That's a very shamanic thing. So if you're into shamanic healing, it matches perfectly. The mouse and the eagle going together, operating in concert, is very much about that shamanic depth, or shamanic transitioning yourself into a different form, shape-shifting, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're moving on to the tarot. We've got the Queen of Cups here, which means you're settling into the power of your own emotions and your own feelings, Pisces. The Queen energy is very comfortable in that space. To me, it implies that you are finding your emotional center, and that you have found an emotional center. It's evidence from the other cards as well. I can see that. I can see the transition happening for you. It's really not been slow. It probably felt slow, but it's not been that slow. All right, so there's the Three of Swords coming in reverse. Again, those were those emotional issues that you've been going through over the past few months, that have been trying to get you down, or were trying to get you down, but it looks like you've gotten a handle on that for sure. And I think that that's why you've got this Queen of Cups energy. There's still room for growth though, so please handle your emotions well. Remember that you're only carrying your own burdens. You're not carrying anybody else's burdens. Don't forget to fill your cup first before you give out to others. If you're feeling depleted, energetically depleted, energetically or emotionally depleted, or physically depleted, tired, that kind of thing, that you're not giving at those times, because it's gonna That's your body's signal, and that's your body's way of saying it's time for you to attend to yourself. And then when you feel replenished, you're going to just want to do it. It's going to be a natural response to give, or it's going to be a natural response, and you're going to feel good about it, right? But when you start to feel depleted, and I've got the Strength coming in reverse here, that's just another reminder. Also, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, meaning to not take action on things, to kind of let things flow the way that they need to from where they are. You don't have to act on anything right now. It's not acting on it. It's like letting things fall into place. That's what I'm seeing with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, not forcing it at all. And then again, I'm seeing that Strength, the need to remind you that you have to replenish your strength. You have to replenish your strength. So don't take on anybody's emotional burdens right now, not at all. They're responsible for their own emotional burdens. They are. They're responsible for them, and they can get rid of them just like you can. Hold on one second. All right, so I had 3 cards to come through for you that hit the deck. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. That looks good to me. That's because the Wheel of Fortune represents change, some change in a cycle or a new cycle of growth. The Page of Cups says that there is love, promise, good feelings, good emotional energy coming your way. It's coming in your direction. It's not there yet, but it's formulating. It's formulating. And then the Ten of Swords here, which looks like a lot of pain, is in reverse. So it looks like that's changing for you. And that dynamic is changing for you. So I just want to also take this moment to remind you that this period is now over. You have processed through that. You have learned some things about how to give and replenish yourself, and you're going to stick with that. You're going to let things fall into place the way that they need to. That means don't push it, don't force it, let it happen naturally. And at the end of the day, the change comes, and the change that's coming is that you are going to be able to express yourself emotionally in a way that is not, that does not bring back pain. And that's what you've been kind of working through over the past few months or so. It's getting out of a cycle of emotional pain. It's jumping over that, leaping over that. And you're going to know how to manage it too. All right, so we got the Devil in reverse. I always like for the Devil to get in reverse. That means get thee behind me, right? So it looks like you've got the Devil in reverse, whatever it was that was really paining you. I think that this is what was stopping you. This is what was causing you all of this problem, and then also this emotional attachment to somebody else's problems and burdens. And once you realized what that was doing to you, for you, around you, and about you, you could easily just step away from it, you know, you fairly easily. It didn't feel like it was hard. It didn't feel like it was easy, but fairly easily and fairly quickly you were able to move out of that situation for all intents and purposes. Yeah. So this is just showing me again the relationship. So I would say don't dwell on it. Don't spend a whole lot of time focusing on that anymore. That's not a place for you to dwell. I think that the place for you to dwell right now, Pisces, is within. It's within yourself. It's replenishing, restoring, and making sure that you are not accepting burdens. I think this is like a little practice period for you right now because you're practicing a new behavior that brings about a new experience. And so you just need, like with anything that's new, you have to practice it. And so the more you practice it, the easier it gets to do it. You know, somebody will come up to you and they'll throw it out there that you're responsible for their emotional well-being. And you'll be like, that's not my job. That would be for you. But we can go and have an ice cream instead. or anything like that. You'll come up with your way of handling those kinds of situations, Pisces, and it doesn't have to be grave and somber. It can be lighthearted and simple, just like that. Okay. All right. If you want to reach out to me, you know where to find me. My information is in the description box below. And I invite you to like, follow, share on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you can find out what's going on a day-to-day basis in the world of wooing nature. And if you'd like to take a deeper dive, I'll be glad to take you there. You can reach out to me at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. As always, I hope you have a great day, a fantastic December, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.